Hello friends, welcome back to another episode of Disney Cable Magic. I'm really excited because today is my first day at the Festival of Holidays for 2022. So I've got my trusty little book here. I don't know if you can see it. There you go. No shadow. Brittany is joining me today, so I'll have someone with me who can eat the things that I can't eat, like meat and tree nuts. And unfortunately, it does seem like a lot of the cocktails this year are made with like hazelnut liqueurs or almond milk, so that's a bit of a bummer. And a lot of the vegetarian options look pretty good. I think I can have most of them except for maybe some of the desserts that might have tree nuts on them, but I'm really excited. So I'm gonna take some time before Brittany gets here to go through the handy book. I already made a list on my phone of the foods that I want to try today. Probably won't get through them all today because there are quite a few. There are, I think, 3 different variations of mac and cheese this year, which is super exciting. 2 of them do have meat, and one of them is a vegetarian curry mac and cheese, which I like curry, I like mac and cheese, so I'm gonna try them together. They have to be better than last year's the Food and Wine Festival's peanut butter and jelly mac and cheese. That was really weird for me. But right now, I just needed a little pick-me-up to get me started for the day. So I got myself a nice hot coffee. It's pretty chilly, it's like 55 this morning. That's cold for us Southern Californians, so I'm just gonna use this to warm up a little bit. I also got myself a Mickey gingerbread cookie because I freaking love them, and I'm so excited to have my first holiday gingerbread cookie of the year. Sorry, my camera keeps putting a big shadow right in my face, so I'm sorry if I had a shadow on my face for that whole talk. But yeah, I'm gonna wait for Brittany to get here. She should be getting to the parking lot like any minute. It'll take her a while to meet me in the park. The Festival of the Holidays starts at 10:30. Park opens at 8, so we have, well, I think it's like 8:30 now. So we have about 2 hours to maybe go on some rides and just chill a little bit before we hit those stands hard. Once 1 o'clock hits, when park hopping is allowed, those stands do get crazy busy. It is a Friday, but we're gonna do our best. And I can't wait to let you know what we think about all the different food and drink options this year. So let's get started. This drink is made with Jack Daniel's Tennessee Honey Whiskey, lemon juice, and honey. It is absolutely delicious and a big upgrade to the previous Honey Buzz. It does come in at a whopping $19 though, so I think I'll be sticking to the other holiday drinks this season. First up, we have the Lox and Everything Bagel Nachos. This is from A Twist on Tradition, which is just outside one of the exits from Avengers Campus. On this you have the bagel chips, cream cheese, diced smoked salmon, everything spice, and a mixture of onions, tomatoes, and capers. It looks a lot tastier than I was expecting. I'm not a huge Lox fan. And then over here we have the pork belly adobo. This is from the Holiday Duets. And this is garlic fried rice with braised pork belly, chicharron pieces, and green onions. Brittany will be trying this one for us and let us know how it all tastes. It looks really good, and I've heard a few good things about it from cast members, so we shall see. So then this one is from Visions of Circo Plums. It is sweet potato stuffed corn muffin with red beans, rice, and green onions. It is vegetarian friendly. So these are the 3 dishes we're trying to start. And then over here we have the Pina-Hibiscus Mezcal Mule, which is mezcal, pineapple ginger lemon puree, pineapple and lemon juices, hibiscus syrup, ginger beer garnished with pineapple wheel. And then Brittany has the cranberry chai Pisco sour, South American brandy, cranberry lemon juices, and cranberry and chai syrups garnished with a lemon wheel.
The pork belly's really good. It's tender. It's flavorful. The rice is good. You just don't taste the garlic.
The pork belly's good.
Pork belly's good. And they have the chicharron things on it.
What are those again?
It's fried pork skin.
Fried pork skin, that's right.
But it's good.
Yeah, it looks good.
Flavored good.
What'd you get again?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try the Lox. It looks really good. I think that it's not like a huge piece of salmon, that it's like little slices with like lots of chopped up veggies and stuff. I don't want my whole hand in the camera. Cheers. That is actually really good. Like, it doesn't have like that heavy salmon Lox taste. The onions and whatever, the everything seasoning, which is probably all my teeth now. This was really good. If you like salmon but you don't like a heavy salmon flavor, I recommend trying it because I'm not a huge salmon fan, but I don't really taste the salmon at all. I taste all the other flavors that are added with it. I would get this again, and I think it was like $8.50, so it was worth using a tab for. All right, so I'm trying the Cranberry Chai Pisco Punch. There's two cocktails that are from the, Visions of Sugar Plums, which is also where you can get that cornbread sweet potato dish. Oh, that's good. I think I taste the Pisco more than anything. Cranberry, oh, the cranberry chai. That is nice. I don't taste the alcohol at all. So dangerous. I like that. I wouldn't think to put cranberry and chai together, but I do like it. And then the Pina-Hibiscus Mezcal Mule, which are four of my favorite things. I really like this one. I love Mezcal. And all the flavors, like when they first hit your mouth, they're kind of a little off, but then they all work really well together. I would have both those drinks again. All right, next up, we're doing the sweet potato stuffed corn muffin. I think I showed you earlier. It's literally a sweet potato stuffed corn muffin, and it's got red beans and rice. If you're going to any of the food and wine festivals that Disney has, it is great if you can go with a friend to share the items with, because there are quite a few things I want to try this year, and I wouldn't be able to do it if Brittany wasn't here to help me. The cornbread is as dry as you'd expect it to be. That was hard to eat. And I don't feel like the sweet potato adds much because there's such a little amount of sweet potato in it. The red beans and rice are really good though. So it's probably good to have like a bite of the cornbread, the red beans, and the rice to mix it all up together. I like it. Probably wouldn't get that one again though.
Next up, we have the Impossible Meatloaf with mashed potatoes at $8, and then also a pumpkin layer cheesecake coming in at $7. There are also two cocktails we're trying, the Hummingbird cocktail and the hot buttered rum, both of which have tree nuts in them, so I will not be tasting them. Brittany's going to be doing the taste test for us. First up, I'm going to try this Impossible Meatloaf. It does look like meatloaf. It definitely has that ketchup glaze on top. But to be honest, it was served cold and I ate it right after having it served, so I don't think that it had time to cool down. This is just how it was prepared, and because of the cold, I don't think I particularly liked it. Like, the flavors were all right, it's just something didn't seem right to me. Also, the texture wasn't great when it comes to using Impossible meat for the meatloaf. I think something like Beyond Meat might have been better, but Disney does have a contract with Impossible Meat, hence the Impossible dishes at the Festival of the Holidays this year.
So I'm at the terrace, and this is the holiday mule, mistletoe mule. So it says it's a twist on a classic mule with cranberry juice, agave, and garnished with a sprig of rosemary. I don't think they put enough ginger in it. Like, it doesn't have a strong enough ginger taste to be a mule to me, and not enough cranberry. And the sprig of rosemary, I feel like, should be bigger and maybe sitting in it, so you get more of that rosemary taste. Between the two mules I tried, I wouldn't get this again, but I definitely, like, I'm already craving the Mezcal mule from the first place. Are you liking the Hummingbird cocktail? Very tropical, right? Kind of nutty.
The audio didn't come in great here, but Brittany and I were talking about that Hummingbird cocktail. It had a very tropical, fruity, and slightly nutty flavor. We kind of guessed and were thinking this might be of a New Orleans style cocktail. I've had it before without the tree nut liqueurs in it, and I think it tastes just as great. But if you're looking for something a little different, I think this one's really fun to try. And then the hot buttered rum, Brittany concluded that it tasted just like rum, so it was a pretty strong drink. If you're not looking for something strong, maybe avoid that one.
Now I'm trying the pumpkin cheesecake. I love everything pumpkin. I love everything cheesecake. So I have high hopes for this one. That's really good. It's like a layered cheesecake. The top half is gooey pumpkin cake, and then the bottom half is just plain New York style cheesecake, which I really like, because if it was all pumpkin, it would be too pumpkin-y. But the mix of the two flavors really balances nicely. I like this, and I will have this again.
It's the saddest poutine I've ever had.
No, not enough cheese? No gravy,
This is
right?
only cheese. The gravy's in here.
Okay.
It's at the bottom.
Like, yeah, it should be on top, the gravy.
The turkey's dry.
Oh. Well, we're in the wrong country for poutine. And the wrong park, because I know they have poutine in Disney World, and it's good there.
The cranberries are there.
We are so excited to celebrate with you this beautiful season of the year with some Colombia music.
Okay, so last on our tour today, we are trying the curry mac and cheese. I can smell the curry. It's got cilantro oil and crispy garbanzo beans, which are basically just like chickpeas. It smells really good. Right, so we also picked up this spicy apple cider margarita from Merry Mashups. This is my second favorite drink of the day. My first one is still the Mezcal Mule. That was the best. I did not enjoy the Cranberry Mule, but this one is really good. I'm definitely going to be having this again. Yeah, I like this one. It's definitely better than the peanut butter mac and cheese from last year. Or it was like peanut butter and jelly mac and cheese. But it was like the mac and cheese was like in a peanut butter sauce. Like, it was really weird. But this is good. I still do wish though that they had their traditional holiday stuffing mac and cheese, where it's just their mac and cheese topped with like crumble, like bread crumbs or whatever. This one's a little spicy, but it's not crazy spicy. This is better than the Impossible Meatloaf though, for sure. I would get this again, but I wouldn't do the Impossible Meatloaf. So I do plan on going back to the Festival of Holidays probably early December, and I will try more of the treats that I didn't try today. But I want to go over a few things with you before I end the video. So I picked up the Sip Savor Pass. I pretty much get this every festival. I do feel that it's a little bit more valuable this time. The last festival, the Food and Wine Festival that happens during the spring, a lot of the vegetarian options were priced so low that using this made it more expensive to have the Sip and Savor Pass than it did just to buy the items individually. This year I find the prices make this a little bit more worth it. I think it is $59.99 if you're not a key holder. If you're a key holder, you get it for $54, so that makes it an even better bargain. Overall, you don't save a ton of money using the Sip and Savor passes, but what I like is that it makes it very convenient when you're just going up to grab a food item and all you have to do is give them the tab. You don't have to dig a card out, you don't have to pay, you don't have to wait for all that transactional process or anything. So I do like the handiness of these Sip and Savor passes, but I also think it's important to look at the menus ahead of time, figure out which items you are going to want to eat, do the math just to make sure that if you're grabbing one of these, it's going to save you money if that's what you're looking for. So another thing I'd like to bring up, and I don't normally complain that much about Disney, but one of the things that's bugged me time and time again with the various festivals is that they're not allergy friendly in the slightest. I don't really think there's any gluten-free options, and if they are, they're probably just the drinks. But more so, I can name off the top of my head 4 drinks that had tree nuts in them. There was hazelnut liqueur, pecan liqueur, and 2 drinks made with almond milk, and tree nuts are a very common allergy. And normally I don't mind that much if I can't eat something, but I was thinking objectively about it today, and that's like 4 drinks and at least 2 desserts I think I just can't have because they have tree nuts. Because they're specialty drinks, a lot of times they can't be altered, so either you can have it or you can't. And I'm fine with like 1 or 2 things, but 4 drinks this year, and we don't have a huge festival. It's nothing like Epcot's Food and Wine Festival or their Festival of the Holidays. It's a much smaller scale. So to have that many items that people with a very common allergy can't eat, I just find it a little frustrating. I don't know if any of you find that frustrating as well. Let me know in the comments. I think it'd be really great if maybe one year they had just an entire booth dedicated to gluten-free options, because they never really cater to another pretty common allergy with any of their festival foods or their seasonal events. So that's a wrap on my first day at the Festival of the Holidays. I hope you enjoyed coming along with me to try those different treats and those different drinks. I can't wait to get back there and try some of the items I didn't get a chance to try today, and also hit up my favorites again, because sometimes when you have something at a festival and it's just so good, you need to go back and have it several more times, because you know it's not going to be there for long and it might not come back. If you're new to this channel, I'd love for you to hit that subscribe button and come along for more adventures. I go out to Disney World whenever I can, and I am at Disneyland almost every week to bring you new adventures, show you what's new, talk about the news, and just see the park so that you can feel like you're there with me. I hope you have an amazing day ahead of you, and as always, magic is out there, friends.